am back again because I am 36 weeks. I just wanted to make this quick video because I am about to go into the doctor's office, which is actually Rex Hospital right now, because as I said, I switched from the midwife to the OB because of my iron, and so we're just going to do a checkup on that as far as that goes, I guess, and some other things. Sorry, there's a car. But basically, I'm going to see how everything goes, how everything looks, and then we'll go from there. I am still completely planning to have a home birth, and really this checkup is just so that I can make sure that going forward we are fully prepared for anything as far as having that home birth. So, yeah, about to go in here. Like I said, I've never seen this provider before this week, so this is my first appointment. I'm kind of anxious to see how it goes because I really am usually uncomfortable with the idea of OBs, like, well, certain OBs and just the way they are, but we're going in with a positive mindset and we're going to see what happens. Okay guys, so I am back in the room. I kind of have started my appointment. I'm waiting on the provider now. I just did like my blood pressure, my temperature, and that kind of stuff, and all that's fine, of course. My weight, and now we are just waiting to see, I guess, if I need the GBS test, which I'm gonna go ahead and do because it's not that big of a deal. And like I said, I want to have all the information going into labor, and then probably an iron test and maybe some other things just to see what those numbers look like. But yeah, it's funny because like I got in here and the nurse is just hilarious and it's like already set the tone and put me in a good mood, so hopefully the provider will be the same way. But anyway, I have to go pee, so I'm gonna go do that and I will be back later. I just finished with my appointment and I'm back in the car. Everything went well. I did discuss with my doctor that I just saw, well, she had the idea to switch me to the midwives. So today I just saw the maternal fetal medicine, UNC's practice, but they also have a set of midwives. So I'm pretty sure that that's what I'm going to do. I'm waiting for them to reach out so I can schedule with them. We didn't check my iron because she said she doesn't want to take any more blood from me. We are going to do an iron transfusion, which I think is 1 day at Chapel Hill, UNC Chapel Hill, and then we will see what those numbers look like, I guess. And apparently the iron transfusion really works and like really fast, much faster than just taking iron, because like I said, I've been taking Hemoplex to boost my iron every day, as well as like eating iron rich foods and stuff like that. So really excited and really looking forward to doing that. But other than that, oh yeah, and I'm going to I asked her to schedule me like a PT referral for my hips and just to make sure everything is aligned as far as my pelvis goes and stuff like that, so when delivery time gets here, that like baby just kind of like slides on out. So we'll see how that goes, but see you later, guys. Good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I am 37 weeks today. We are going to school. We're going to school. School. Cassidy's over there, and Kellen is still rear facing. They usually are, but we switched cars late, and it was kind of just easier to put them in there this way. They'll be going back. But yeah, I will update you guys once I get actually where I'm going and get to the iron transfusion. Girls are at school. We're finally here. Okay, so I just dropped the girls off at school, and I had this like idea. I was like, oh, you know, like maybe I can get some footage, like some video of them going into school, because they look really cute, and I always like to take pictures or whatever when they go to school and they actually look like decent human beings. Because some days I'm just like, you're just going to school, and other days I'm like, oh look, you're so cute, let me dress you up. And today I kind of actually tried, and then Callan was just absolutely not having it, and so that didn't happen at all. Sis was not feeling it, not feeling me. I think it's just her adjusting to being back at school after being home with me during the whole coronavirus thing. She's been home over a month, and they went back like 2 weeks ago, but like they're still doing coronavirus procedures, so I think it's kind of weird for them still. When they get there, we don't actually, like, the parents aren't actually walking the kids into school. We're taking them to the door, they get their temperature done, and then they get hand sanitizer. So that's how they're doing it at their school, and then they just take them in, and then at the end of the day they're bringing them back out to us. So I think she's just still a little weirded out by that, but you know. But Cassidy and I are on the way to Nightdale because I'm gonna drop her off with her grandma or her great grandma, my grandma. And then Chapel Hill literally just called me. I will be going there like as soon as I drop Cassidy off to start my infusion at 11. So that is what we are currently doing. I am starving. I am 37 weeks today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And yes, I still have a ton of stuff to do. And I have no name. So there's that, you know. But you know, we'll get there eventually. Probably like 6 weeks after he's born, he'll have a name. And just kidding, but seriously, it takes me a really long time to name these kids. Like, I don't know. It's hard. But if you have any name suggestions that go, okay, so we have Cassidy, Carson, and Callan. So if you have any names that go along with our theme, seriously, I need those. We have a list, but I don't really feel like either, I don't know, like my husband procrastinates so long on picking a name, and he did name all 3 of the girls, but I'm like, bro, like I gave you this list months ago of names that I like. Can you just pick one, or are we doing the thing where we wait to see him again? Which, I mean, I think we are, because I feel like your name should match what you look like. But like, I wish he would tell me like which ones he kind of likes, so that I have like a heads up and I can kind of get used to it. I don't know. We shall see. Check back in later. Look rough, but I'm in labor and delivery. We are trying to get a vein. We failed twice, and we're going to see if someone else can do it. I'm about to order some food, and we'll get started on this. I literally hate these masks too, so that's gotta go, because that's killing my nerves already. So I am back. I am at UNC. Baby and I's hooked up. So we've started the process. So I guess with the iron transfusion, it's just like a series of steps of things. So we tried to get it like an IV going a few times, twice there and once there. But I am so bad about drinking water, as I said before. So we blew like all those veins, like they just wouldn't bleed. So yeah, I'm hydrating right now. And I just drank some water, and I just drank some apple juice, and we're gonna see if we can get another IV going. We're gonna monitor baby for like, I guess, 20 minutes, I think, and he looks pretty good. And then I get like Benadryl, and to make sure that if I have a reaction to the IV iron, that I already have some medicine, in my system. And I think that runs for a little while. And I just ordered food too, so that'll be coming up here too. Seriously, Chapel Hill has like one of the best menus for hospitals. Like, it's at my feet, or I would show you, but it's got like pages and pages of options. It's got like Chinese, or like Mexican or just traditional Southern food. Like literally best menu. I just got a mango smoothie, some mac and cheese, and some other things. So yeah, we're gonna get that. And oh my god. So again, like I said, one of the reasons why I really wanted to deliver at home was just like with everything that's going on. So I'm like in my hospital room and they're like, oh, you have to wear a mask, like da da da. I hate masks. They're annoying. I think this whole situation, I get that it's like, you know, a big situation, but it is so frustrating. And I'm just not feeling it. And I just feel like if other people wear their mask, like, I really shouldn't have to, but I'm not trying not to like cause that much of a fuss, because this is probably like one of the only days that I will be in a hospital or be dealing with an OB or whatever. So I'm just trying to get it over with, not make too much of a fuss, because normally I would be like, forget this, I'm going home. I hate like being restricted. But yeah, baby's kicking. He does not like being touched and monitored, so I'm sure that's half of it. But we will start soon, and I will show you guys what that looks like. But you can see on the screen, like that. That's what he looks like right now. We're excited. Getting hopefully my iron. I'm back in my car. I literally did not get that much footage in the hospital because they gave me Benadryl and I've been knocked out for like the last few hours. So I went in at 11 and I'm just now pretty much getting on the road going to go get my girls from daycare now at 4:30 because, well, I left a little bit before 4:30, probably closer to like 4:15, but that's how long I've been there. And it took like a few tries for them to get an IV in. It was not as quick as we thought it was gonna be. So literally, I think it took them like 8 times to get the IV in. Because I'm a little dehydrated, and so my veins just kept like blowing. So basically, I guess with an iron infusion, which I've never had one before, I've had blood transfusions, but it's different. I think the difference is that it actually helps create more blood or something like that. Not really sure on the specifics, but the process is, for me, was hooking up to the non-stress test for the baby, just checking them initially. Then I got the Benadryl and the Tylenol. They let that sit in my system for a second. Then they did a trial dose of the iron to see how my body would react to that. And after the trial dose, they do another non-stress test to see how it affected the baby. And then they give you the full dose. So it's a process. And I definitely wasn't expecting for it to take that long, because I thought it was going to take an hour and a half. Or that's what I was told. So now I'm kind of just rushing to try to get to the daycare on time because they close early now. And that's that. So it wasn't really that bad. Like, I didn't feel anything. It's just like from all the sticks, I'm kind of sore because there's a few holes in my hand, in my arms, and then I have where I actually got the IV was in my hand, which is always really a sensitive spot to me. So glad it's over. And they took my blood before they started the infusion, and so hopefully that number will be posted sometime soon so I can see what it was like with just taking the Hemoplex and seeing how much of a difference that's making. And then I'll probably get another draw when I go to my actual appointment, and then we'll see how much it bumped it up. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like for me, and just so I have a better idea of what's going on with myself. But yeah, it's raining super crazy hard in Raleigh right now, or I guess I'm technically between Chapel Hill and Raleigh right now, but yeah. So Bye.